Hi, welcome to Applebee's. On today's menu, your rights being trampled and how you could instantly become a felon. Let's talk about that. Hey, on today's episode, I'm going to get you up to date on what broke actually this morning. This is happening in real time. It is wild. It's bad. I'm going to tell you how it affects you, and I'm going to tell you why I'm rip-roaring mad about it. Yep, here we go. Buckle up. Today's episode is brought to you by D-Bag. Yep. D-Bag. It's a new monthly subscription service for all you outdoor enthusiasts. Every month, a new D-Bag of camping, survival, and outdoor gear arrives at your door. Minimum value of $112. Fast shipping, solid customer service, and new gear every month. To receive a free item with your first month of D-Bag, use code JohnnyB over at thebigdbag.com. To each of y'all, thank you for every thumbs up. Y'all crushed it yesterday. Pretty wild ride over the last couple days, and even last night. I'm worn out. I was on the phone late last night with Guns and Gadgets Jared. Thank you to him, and again this morning. I've already talked to him this morning because this is broken. It broke this morning really early, and it's going to be updated as the day goes on, but I wanted to get you guys up to date because this one matters. It affects a lot of folks. Huge thanks to John Crump and AmmoLand. They're the ones that use the Freedom of Information Act to get us this information. Let me get you up to date, then I'm going to tell you what I think. This matters. It's important. It affects a lot of folks. My tool of the day today is this one, a brand spanking new one, never even been fired from Geisley. This is really, really cool. I paid retail for this. That's not a commercial, but it came with an SBA 3. Instantly, this one is maybe going to be moved to an NFA item. Not good. So instant, bang, felon if you own one of those and don't have a tax stamp. That's where we're headed. So it matters. Now, two things about the ATF. One, they're never clear. Government bureaucracy and a government monopoly. They're never going to be clear. Their verbiage is never clear. They don't ever communicate well with manufacturers or individuals. Two, and I think this really matters, there's no ruling as of today. We don't have a ruling. All we have is a letter from 2018, but it also dovetails in what we know about the Biden transition team, so it matters. Now, it all started with the Q situation over the last several months. Q has been in the middle of it with the ATF, and that's not good. Court cases going on. But because of that, AmmoLand submitted the Freedom of Information Act requests. They got the info, and what they uncovered is a 2018 letter from the BATF over to SB Tactical. And in that letter, the ATF says that SB, and to quote, has, quote, misinformed the public about its pistol brace legality. Now, it turns out when you submit a new brace or put a new brace on the market, you have to have a letter from the ATF saying, hey, this is a brace, not a shouldering device. And it turns out that SB Tactical only has 2 letters for 2 of their products. The 2 that they do have letters for is the SB15 and the MPX PSB. So the ATF has said, hey, y'all only have letters for 2 of those, all the rest of those, and they named them by name, 23 different products, including my SBA3, and I own oodles of those. Like, I own a boatload of these. I wore my boating accident shirt today, but I was kind of sad you can't see it in the camera, but I've got oodles of these, like oodles. And they are on the list of ones that don't have a letter. Now, that's not good, especially that ATF has said they've misinformed the public. Now, what they have done, and SB Tactical has some generic verbiage. They have a little paragraph on every box that they sell as well as on their website that says, hey, generically, the ATF has allowed for non-shouldering pistol braces to be used, and it's very generic. SB Tactical says this is SB Tactical's side, that the ATF won't give them the correct verbiage to actually use, which is true. The ATF won't give anybody anything. It's like the IRS. How much do you owe the IRS? Well, nobody knows. The IRS knows, but you have to guess, and if you get it wrong, you go to jail. It's just like that with the ATF. They're not going to tell you what to say or tell you what the right verbiage is about your products. It's, again, government monopoly. So the letter was in 2018, as a year and a half ago, 23 different braces. Now, here's the dovetail. And I think the part that's super scary. We do know this, and Guns and Gadgets Jared has covered it. He said, or not he, but we do know that the Biden transition team has already been in communication with the BATF. And so the ATF has informed the Biden transition teams that there's 2 focuses that they're going to have in the coming term. They're going to focus on 80% firearms as well as braces. So it looks like they are going to be, they being the ATF and the White House, are going to be in lockstep going after braces and 80% arms. Or not 80% arms a company, but the idea of 80% lowers, 80% frames. Not good. That is their focus. So this was uncovered. Now, I'm still left with some questions, and thankfully, SB Tactical has already responded today. AmmoLand has updated that article already as well. I will have a link to that article right down below. SB Tactical says, hey, y'all need to holler at the ATF, and y'all need to holler at Trump and holler at the White House. That was SB Tactical saying, hey, call Trump. Get him on that. And that's part of I have a couple comments here that I want to make very clearly. Where's Trump in all this? He campaigned under the words, the 8-year assault on your Second Amendment freedoms has come to a crashing halt. Doesn't feel that way. Doesn't feel that way at all. You got another month in office. Maybe 4 more years, but probably another full month and a little more. And where is he in the middle of this? Like, that's not good. The 8-year assault, yeah, just getting started, it feels like. And then also I want to say this. I want to hear what SB Tactical has to say. Did they misinform us? Did they know? Where are they? Because they've sold me a lot of these things. A lot. Now, very clearly, I love saying things like shall not comply. If you own one of these, you have already danced the ATF dance. I totally get it. If I'm upset about owning this, even owning this thing to begin with, I'm playing part of the dance. I get it. I totally get it. But all this does, and here's my big one, follow the money. All this ruling does, and making, we don't know if it's hundreds of thousands or millions of people instant felons, including most of y'all. All we know is this, is that now law-abiding Americans are going to have to pay $200 to have those things turned into NFA items. No criminal will ever pay that. All they're trying to do is control, manipulate, and burden the American taxpayers with more cash. This is a massive control and cash grab. All it's going to do is make, I like the word law-abiding Americans. Sometimes y'all don't like the words law-abiding, but because to be an American, we stick it to the government, down with King George. I get that. But it's going to make, good guys that have careers and families and things to lose and things to sacrifice. They don't want to, get into it with the ATF. Going to make them pay $200. Good guys like my dad, my uncle, and my friends have to go down. This only affects people that try to do the right thing. It doesn't affect criminals at all. This is not about getting dangerous things off the street. It's only about money. Number 2, here's the big one. The ATF is producing legislation that affects us. It can make us criminals, yet they're not elected officials. We have a monopoly of a bureaucratic nightmare organization giving rulings that affect how we live. And that ain't right. Now, thankfully, we have the Firearms Policy Coalition. They're on top of this thing. I'm not big on going whole hog into one organization, but thankfully, the FPC is on top of it. And I'm sure that y'all are going to comment down below, hey, this organization's in on it, and this organization. But I do know the FPC is in on it. And so to that, I say a big thank you. I may do a video on this tomorrow. We'll see how today goes. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, maybe on Friday. But where's Trump? Where's the NRA in this? Where is the NRA in the middle of my rights maybe getting stripped? And literally, and that's not a dramatic statement, maybe become a felon overnight, instantly. That is not good. I'm watching. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. This should be a fun couple days. This one, and oh boy, do I mean this more than ever before. To anyone that is against us or our freedoms to exercise our rights that were given to us by the Founding Fathers and from the Lord above, yeah, to anyone that's going to stand against us, and oh boy, do I mean this, surrounded by a big old pile of turkey drippings and sticky fingers and a big old good time tomorrow with eating too much, pile of hot brass from my cold, dead hands. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Bye.